the shoulder soft tissue work, we're going to go through a couple of cross ball variations. So the first one, starting with the pecs. Roll out the pec from here, or rack or doorway works really well, because then from this position, I can work some shoulder raises or some rotator cuff movements to help dig that ball into the shoulder. I can also use the same ball to work into the traps. So from here on the trap, pressed into that side, right there between the neck and trap, and same thing from here. I can move, work some range of motion work while I'm rolling through the traps. Finally, for the shoulder on the posterior side, can work here to the scap. So I'm going to pin the scap into the ball, and then same idea, I can work some movements out of this position to dig into different spots along the shoulder muscles. Barbell spinal rotation. So I'm going to start with the barbell right across my chest. Arms are going to be pulled up overhead. I'm going to bend to the side and roll under the barbell. Open all the way up. Bring it back to square, and then I'm going to retrace it in the opposite direction to the side. Roll under the bar. Open it all the way back up. And square. I'm trying to keep my elbows open the best that I can as I go through. And notice I repeat the rep in each direction for one rep. For the second set, I would switch feet. And now I have the opposite leg in front as I work the exercise to both sides on set 2. The ground T-spine series is going to consist of 3 exercises. To start for the first one, I'm going to actually hook the bottom leg underneath my hip to help pin the knee to the ground. Arms are straight across the body, and I'm trying to open up, keeping the knee down as best I can, all the way till the hand reaches the ground. Bring it back to the start. Exercise 2, I unhook it. Now I'm set from this position. I'm going to hold the knee down, and I'm going to reach in more of a wide direction, stretching it over the top. Again, this one is stretching back, more in a wide direction, diagonal with the arm. For the final variation, I'm going to straighten the leg all the way out. Hands start together. This is a windmill. I'm going to drag my fingertips across the turf, open it all the way across through the chest and the shoulder, bring it back, fingertips on the turf to the start position. Another use for these double bands is we're going to work into a shoulder circuit. So I'm going to take the band, find a place to anchor it around right by the knot, and then I'm going to put my arms through just like I was putting on a backpack. So I'm through this shoulder and through this shoulder. Now I'm going to walk it out into tension. I got my feet staggered so I can kind of lean into it, and I'm going to let it open my chest and roll the shoulders through. Open back and roll them through. From there, I'm going to straighten my arms out, pinch the scaps, lock them out. Pinch them back, lock them out. After completing from there, I'm going to open up, crisscross the arms, pressing it across the body, reset to the elbows up high, work through the rotator cuff, and finish with the shoulders pulled back, fighting to be directly overhead, controlling the overhead press. After I complete that, the final exercise, I can roll to the other side. And now I'm going to take the band and put it on in the opposite direction. So loop from here and here, walking it back under tension. Both hands behind the back. I'm letting the shoulders round forward, and I'm kind of opening the wings back as I squeeze and set back to a good posture position, setting the shoulder blades with each rep. We're going to use 5-pound plates for this incline scap series. So I'm going to lay chest down on the incline bench, set the scaps back, and on the first rep of each of these, I'm going to hold for 5 seconds. After the 5-second hold, perform 5 reps. After I would complete 5 reps from the Y, I'm I'm resetting, scaps back, open to the T, holding the T position for 5 seconds. Then I will perform reps out of the T. Resetting again, scaps are back, pulling back to the A, holding the position for 5 seconds, then repeating reps out of the A. For the final one, scaps back, row, rotate, holding for 5 seconds, and then performing 5 reps of just the rotation at the top. This kettlebell shoulder series, we're going to use a lighter kettlebell, 25-pound kettlebell approximately for weight. Starting off, we're going to perform presses. So I'm going to be in a staggered stance, core is kept tight. I'm going to press the kettlebell up, quarter turn at the top, control it on the way back down. I'm holding the kettlebell upside down to challenge the balance and stability through the shoulder. When I complete my reps, I'm going to hold it up overhead. I'm going to walk the kettlebell anywhere from about 20 to 30 yards. Then once complete, bring it back down, square it back to the front, and I'm going to go around the world. Big circle back to the chest, all the way behind the head, pausing in alternating directions each time it stops back in the middle. I'll perform this exercise on both sides. Band four-way shoulder traction. I will hold each one of these stretches for about 30 seconds if I was doing the complete exercise. To start, I'm pulling it back and I'm going to just rotate so that I feel the stretch into the chest. From there, I'm going to square back up to the middle and let it pull overhead. For the next variation, I'm going to rotate and let it pull from the shoulder across the body. And for the fourth, I'm going to side bend, let it pull down the side through the lats, across, overhead.